We're going to call to order the June 17th meeting of the West Sacramento City Council and the Redevelopment Agency. We'd like to invite our guests to join the council and staff in the Pledge of Allegiance, which tonight will be led by Division Chief Eric Edgar. The council did not meet in closed session this evening, so we're going to proceed directly to our general administration agenda, item 1A, which is presentations by the public on matters not on the agenda but within the jurisdiction of the City Council. As is noted on the agenda, we're not permitted to take action or on any items that are brought up under item 1A, but it does provide an important opportunity for a public forum. We do ask that anyone wishing to address the council on this or any other agenda item tonight to please fill out one of the yellow cards, as Ms. Redmond is demonstrating, and turn it in to the city clerk. In front of the clerk is a timer that we use to assure that everyone has the opportunity to be heard, and to that end, we have a timer in front of the clerk that will display when you reach 3 minutes. We ask that all testimony be completed within that time. We also recognize that for some folks, speaking in public can involve some amount of anxiety, so we ask that there not be any demonstrations or boos or applause or catcalls, and that we maintain a civil discourse in the chambers. So with that, we do have several requests to speak under item 1A, and the first is by Bradley Palmer with Sacktown Heroes.
Hi, I'm Bradley Palmer. I'm a Sacktown Hero, and we're hosting an event at the end of this month, June 30th. And it's a project exhibit for the project we've been doing for the past like 3 months, and it's like our photographs and videos we took of the West Sacramento community and how we want to, like, what we want to change and what we see as good in the community. And it's just like a good way for the youth voice to be heard, and we want to invite just the whole community, and it's called the Youth Voices for Change Project exhibit and an idea change. And then I said it's like I said, it's June 30th, and it's 4 to 6 downstairs, and yeah, and then it's just gonna view our pictures and our videos, and it's just for us to get what we see is good in the community out to the to you guys and all the community members to see what the youth want to change.
Great. All right. So it'll be a big event. A lot of work's led up to this point. So June 30th at 4 o'clock downstairs in the City Hall Galleria, and Bradley and a lot of his colleagues will be there. Michael Minnick is here from the West Sacramento Youth Resource Center as well, Coalition, and they've been a big part of this effort. So certainly would encourage folks to participate. And Bradley, thanks for joining us tonight. Next is Mark Buchel from 15th Street Fitness.
Good evening. Several months ago, I stood here in front of you along with Steve and Liz, the owners of 15th Street Fitness, and we said, we got to think outside the box because our business is in jeopardy. And we thought outside the box. And Steve and I want to come here tonight and go on record and say thank you. That day, when I was speaking, there was a reporter in the room, and he was going, government and business can't work together, and look at this, government, not working with the small business and taking the business out, and that was so far from the case. And we just want to come and publicly acknowledge that government and business can work together and very effectively. I want to go on record saying, and thanking John Robinson and Bob Johnston, Paul Rays, who really worked very, very well with us in making the alliance to make West Sacramento much more fit. And I think a lot of people have utilized both of our services and are benefiting from it. And we're trending towards making West Sacramento the healthiest city in Northern California. And I just want to say, thank you very much.
Great, Mark. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate the comments. I know it's a partnership that we've been very much appreciative of as well. Before I say anything else, Steve, why don't you come on up? I know you wanted to talk as well.
I'll be very brief. Steve Buchanan, 15th Street Fitness. And I also wanted to say the same thing. Thank you. After the last meeting, we got on the fast track with the city manager's office and worked with John Robinson, who really understood what a dilemma we were in. And quite frankly, had we not done it, I believe we would be out of business right now. So again, I want to thank the city manager's office, Mr. Robinson, Bob Johnston, all of the city council members that made it possible. And our alliance is good through the end of this year. We hope that you'll have an open mind to continuing further. We're working very hard to make sure that we don't cause any problems and make it as smooth as transition as possible. I met with Paul Reyes, the manager, not too long ago and had a nice phone conversation with him just a few days back, and he said things were going quite well. And we want to embrace that alliance and even do more if we can and be a part of really doing something big in West Sacramento in terms of maybe a giant weight loss program or a Get Fit where you can utilize the parks, the city walkways, all of the clubs, the alliances, the rec center, et cetera. Anyway, we're here to say thank you and go on record saying, again, it did work out that the public and the private sector worked well together, and it speaks very highly for you all. Thank you.
Great, Steve, thanks a lot. Mr. Villegas?
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming back, because I know when you left last time, nobody really knew where it was going to go. I know there was certainly an interest by the council to make it work, given the investment you guys had made in our community. And driving by just a couple weeks ago, I looked in the parking lot. I took a little detour going home, and I noticed you guys were quite full in the parking lot. So I figured things had worked out certainly the way we had all hoped. So thank you for coming, though. Appreciate it.
Great. And we're looking forward to more partnerships. I mean, it is definitely the case that we, even between both facilities, that we have a lot of folks in our community that want to get healthier and fitter and follow Mr. Beer's example. And we definitely want to be able to maximize those resources. And we could easily both fill up both facilities and need even more. And so we're looking forward to continued partnership and lots of success. So thanks so much. All right, Bill Lowell. Yes, Mr. Lowell, the Mayor Pro Tem has noted that you were absent at the last meeting and without an excuse, and perhaps you could begin by telling us why you were not here.
Oh, forgive me, I forgot, Mr. Mayor. I had the notion that we had instantly gone to two meetings a month.
I see.
And so I thought I would be coming to an empty, I was convinced. And so, sorry about that. Again, William Lowell for the record. Yes, I was wondering, I look at my cable channel listing for Wave Broadband, and I'm wondering why our expanded basic channels within numbers 80 to 99 are blank, and yet it jumps over to the 200s for expanded basic channel 6, et cetera, and why can't we have those within the confines of 99? I know you can't answer that question right now, but I think you should be able to research it and find out what that is. I have a hunch what it is, but I'll let you check that out. And also, I think whenever we talk about shopping in West Sacramento, we should offer the public or the businesses, have them list why we should shop in West Sacramento, but also give the public a chance to list reasons why we don't shop in West Sacramento, the things we have to go to the other side of the river for, and maybe they could start accommodating us over here, and the sales tax revenue would stay here. And we should try to make more public restrooms available, and also we should have new signage telling newcomers how to get to and from West Sacramento's new high school. And tomorrow, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at 828 I Street at the library, Regional Transit will be displaying their tentative bus schedule cuts because they're trying to save a big hunk of money, so they're going to be cutting out several runs, and I find it very disturbing. But I think some people ought to go over there and check it out, because I'm sure a lot of people on this side of the river take the buses over here, that take the buses over there, and they should be concerned, because when they tell me that they're going to cut out the 36 bus that runs on Folsom Boulevard because we have light rail, well, hey, that's 5 blocks over, and light rail doesn't stop every 2 blocks. It only stops about every 10 blocks. So a lot of those folks in their 80s and 90s, they're not going to be too happy about that. But anyway, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lowell. And Rochelle Redmond.
I wanted to thank Matt Lewis from the police department. I live on Cagle Drive. It's just like Jefferson Boulevard. It has a lot of large vehicles coming through, lots of traffic. And we're having a problem with big rigs coming in down Cagle. And we believe that there are people on lunch who work for companies, and per the municipal code, we're not supposed to have tow trucks or big rigs in there. We also have signs posted when you come in off of Douglas and off of Cagle that say nothing over 5 tons. And every time I've called Matt, he has promptly, man, he comes out there the next morning and I see him drive by. He came out yesterday morning real early looking for those guys. And he's been really good on with helping me with that problem, because you can hear them shifting their gears coming from Fremont, so it's pretty loud, and they're not supposed to be in there. And I just want to thank Matt Lewis in commercial enforcement and how promptly he responds to my complaints about the big rigs. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, those are all of our requests under item 1A, so we're going to proceed to item 1B, which is council communications. Are there any reports or other communications this evening? Mr. Johannesson?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, it's been a banner couple of weeks for new development in West Sac. I'm sure the mayor and Councilmember Villegas will talk about the library, progress of the library in the Courtyard Village. But there is also a grand opening of the Patio de Castillos, which is a affordable housing project in the Broderick neighborhood. It's 45 units around the 204th Street. And that was a project that was a cooperation between Fairfield, which is putting in a luxury condominium along the riverfront, West Sacramento, the city of West Sacramento, the Redevelopment Agency. So the neighborhood is really, it really did correct a issue of blight in the neighborhood, and also added to the affordable housing stock. The other issue is the county economic development strategy was approved by the EDA. Received notification of that, so we are now